Hello, Master Manifestors. Welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sylviane. I am a manifesting coach. I teach you about the law of assumption, spiritual law by which we manifest everything in our lives. And by the way, if you are not aware of this yet and you are manifesting a specific person and need help, I have a new masterclass, Manifest Your SP Masterclass, that is available to you right now. And you can check the link down below if you are interested. Today, I want to discuss three important tips that is going to create the right foundations for you to manifest your desire or desires, any desire you might have. If you know me, you know I always say, how you manifest one thing is how you manifest everything. The only difference is that you have different beliefs about different things. And especially when it comes to people, many people have different beliefs when it comes to manifesting a person or a specific person, as opposed to money or a job or a career. But it is exactly the same thing. So without further ado, let's go into our video. The number one tip that I have for you, especially if you are struggling manifesting your desire, if you feel that no matter what you do, there's still that thing that is preventing you from manifesting your desire, most likely, if you do what it takes, whether you practice more affirmations or imagine or act, but if you are consistent with that and you still don't see any result, most likely it's because of a bigger limiting belief, like a general limiting belief maybe. So what you should do, and what I suggest to anyone anyhow, if you've never done it, what you should do is revise your life. Even if you didn't have such a bad childhood, such a bad past, you should revise it. You should make anything that was bad good, anything that was good even better, great, right? So no matter what it is, no matter what your life has been, I am sure that there is room for revision. So why don't you do that? Why don't you start by revising your past in general? So the way you are going to do it, you're not going to revise every single scene of your life because it's impossible, right? If you're already even 20 years old, it would be bad enough. But imagine if you're 30, 40 or more, no way, right? You're not going to take every single little scene of your life and revise that. You are going to take your life in general. So you could take general time frame, for example, like when you were in school, when you were a teenager, when you were a young adult, whatever it is, general threads like that. You take them and you revise them all. You revise them to the best version that you can think of. So a very simple example. If, like me, you didn't have a very good school story. In my case, I was bullied in school. The whole time I was in school, I was bullied. So guess what I did? I revised that, right? I revised the whole school story as far as I am concerned. Instead of being bullied, I was popular. I was the go-to girl. I was the leader. I was everything that did not happen to me in the version that I experienced. So revise your life and make your life amazing. You were loved. You were amazing. You were handsome. You were beautiful. You were popular. You were wealthy. You think about it, you put it down. Write it down. Write down your new past story. So, one little advice here about revision that you must know and practice, otherwise revision will never work for you. When you revise, you do not try to deny what happened, because creation is finished. Creation is finished means that all possible possibilities already exist. So whatever you have experienced, it's only one version of things, and it's the version that you chose by default or according to your self-concept. It's the version that you chose to experience, therefore that you lived, right? But that's all it is. When you revise, you understand that was one version of things, but only one of them. When you revise, you choose your new version. You choose the new version of things that you would have wanted to experience instead. And you write it down in as many details as you want. And then what you are going to do with this, you are going to read your revision several times a day, at least 3 times a day, morning, midday, evening. Read it. And when you read it, try to read it at least 3 times every time, right? Read it until it sinks in. And what you can do from that story, you can pull some statements and create affirmations out of them. So write down your revision, read it at least 3 times in a row, 3 times a day, and pull some statements out of that new story and create some bomb affirmations that you are going to make your own. Those affirmations, you are going also to make sure you repeat them in your mind as new thoughts, right? You repeat them in your mind as much as you can. So you could also set a timer, set some specific times, like when you take a shower, when you wash dishes, when you do cleaning, when you go for jogging, walking. You just say those affirmations over and over in your mind as new thoughts. And those affirmations will become your new thoughts, your new story. They will become part of you. So that was the second tip, by the way. First tip, create a revision. Second tip, pull some statement out of that story, which is your revision, your new story, and create some affirmations that you are going to use every single day as new thoughts. And tip number 3, create a scene about any desire that you have for the future, something that you want, whether it's a specific person and a relationship with them, whether it's a career, whether it's a house, whether it's money, whether it's health, whatever your main desire is right now. Create a scene, a short scene. It doesn't need to be a long movie. A short scene that implies that you already have what you want. You are already this person, already living, experiencing that desire of yours. Create that scene that should be rather short. I would say definitely no more than 20 seconds, and fall asleep with it. If you can't fall asleep while imagining, I know it's the case for many people, me included. That's why if I do SATs, I have to do it as a nap and not in the evening, because in the evening I can't do it. However, I can do that very easily before a nap. So if you have the choice, like me, to choose when you can fall asleep on a scene, well, you choose that time. If not, it's okay. You should still play that scene in your mind as you are lying down in bed before you fall asleep. And if you can fall asleep while imagining, you can drop the imaginal act. You can just let it be, let it go. But be sure that you remain in the state, that state of satisfaction of being that person. Make sure you fall asleep while feeling that way, while being in that state. And that's that easy, guys. If you do those 3 tips, I am sure that nothing can come between you and your desire. So as a recap, revise, pull affirmations out of your new story, your revision. Repeat those affirmations as new thoughts in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud, but you could if you want. But most likely, those are new thoughts that are going to feed your mind. It's going to be your new mental diet. And number 3, create a scene about your desire that implies that you already have it, and run that scene also at least once a day. Better if you do it twice a day, before you go to sleep, and maybe as soon as you wake up when you are still drowsy. And if you do that, my friends, nothing will stop you. You will be able to transform yourself, your self-concept, and manifest any desire you might have. And the one thing that you must not do to make sure that those 3 tips work for you, the thing not to do is to go back to the old story every so often. That's what a lot of you are doing. You're doing your techniques, you're doing the inner work, you're doing great. But the one thing that you keep doing as well, that is the stumbling block, so to speak, is that you keep going back to the old story. When you manifest, you want to focus and stay on the new story and dump the old for good. Do not go back to the old story once you are living, occupying the new story, right? And when I say living or occupying right now, yes, it may still be only in your mind, but in your mind, stay here. Do not go back there. If you catch yourself, it's not a big deal. If you catch yourself going back to the old story, kick yourself out ASAP and go back to the new. Super important to understand this, guys, because if you do everything I'm telling you to do in this video, in all my videos, as a matter of fact, maybe besides some well-anchored limiting beliefs that you might have, is that you also keep on going back to the old story. And this needs to go for good. The old story needs to die. The old personality needs to die, right? For you to be fully aware and awake and alive in your new story. Thank you for watching. Again, check the link down below if you need help to manifest your specific person. Also, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, ask your questions if you want, and subscribe if you have not yet. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.